Of course, everybody out there is looking to protect their 3DS XL or their 3DS. This is for the purpose just specifically for the 3DS XL, or known in Japan as the 3DS LL. I actually bought a case recently that is for the 3DS XL Circle Pad Pro, or known in Japan as the Slide Pad. I think it might be Slide Pad Pro. Anyhow, whenever you put this case on, just make sure that you slide this side in first, as silicone tears easy. So you got to worry about maybe tearing this. Once it does, you're pretty much screwed. I have no way of figuring out if there's a way to deal with it other than possibly rubber cement. That's just purely speculation. I'm not sure if it'll work. But the cool thing is that it's just this bottom half here, by the way. The cool thing is that I actually found this other silicone case at the top that I bought from this website called Asecure. And if you're in Japan and can't translate this well, it's www.assecure.co.uk. I have no idea what the seller's name was, but if you're looking to actually buy this Circle Pad Pro, or the 3DS Circle Pad Pro, or the 3DS LL Circle Pad Pro, as known in Japan as that model, you can find it from some eBay seller that I found named, I have no idea how to pronounce this, so I'm just going to spell it out for you. It's Motinon, and it's actually underneath silicone case, not silicone. And there is a main difference. I won't get into that, so just make sure whenever you spell silicone to add an E at the end of it, otherwise it'd be silicone. So, long story short, so I added this back part, like I was telling you. Doesn't affect the camera in the front, doesn't affect the cameras in the back. Works just fine, doesn't cover up the speakers. This isn't quite taut, so it's not going to fit just right until I get that cut off. So like I was saying, rubber cement might be useful back here after cutting it. Like I said, purely speculation. Anyhow, moving on. This is the back of that case that the silicone cover came in. And it says at the bottom, made in China, but it's shipped from Japan. It took me like 3 weeks to actually get it. The tracking didn't show up until like today. Which obviously, like I was saying, 3 weeks. So this is the website. I've actually checked it out. It's in Japanese or Chinese. I have no idea of telling which is which. Sorry, I won't get into the semantics of it, but it's either in Cantonese or Mandarin. And then I've used this case before, and it was a great case, but I had a problem with the bulkiness of the sides here, that it won't shut right in the new case that I actually have to carry the 3DS LL, not just the case like the silicone, but the actual carrying case. And so this is nice and all. It has the rubber grips, but whenever you get to this, you go to stick it, if you want to protect all your great games, by the way, you go to stick it in this case. No matter if it's frontwards or backwards, you're still going to have an issue with this. There are these rubberized handles that, well, I mean, it's rubberized now that you have the silicone on the outside of it. But anyway, this is the shape of the actual 3DS XL or 3DS LL slide pad or Circle Pad Pro, whichever way you look at it. So if you're trying to get this shut, you have to worry about, with this game case, and pardon me, I don't remember the name of the case, but if you Google it, it's going to be underneath Circle Pad Pro, or maybe 3DS LL, or sorry, 3DS XL Circle Pad Pro, or 3DS LL slide pad case. But it'll fit it just perfectly. Only problem with, once you get this, you can't actually get to your stylus, and you can get to the power supply just fine. I've seen videos of people cutting out this back area of the actual Circle Pad Pro, or the 3DS XL Circle Pad Pro, or the 3DS LL Slide Pad Pro, cutting this out at the top. And as far as I know, you can only order this from Japan. I don't think GameStop sells it, or Best Buy or anything. Anyway, eBay is the best way to go about purchasing all these items. But you can actually cut this top part out, and there aren't any electronics at the top here. Just be very careful that you don't cut into the bottom part of the pad here. I'm not sure if this silicone is going to cut quite the way that this other case will here at the top. And then, like I was saying, the rubber cement might be a good idea. So anyway, you can pop your gamepad cartridge in and out. I've seen multiple videos of it on YouTube. You can look it up. But like I was saying, getting back to this, sorry about the tangent, but once you get your games in here, you have to worry about them bending and warping due to the case itself will actually be pushing like on the outside of the case, and once you close it shut, as you can see here, it tends to actually like make it cosmetically displeasing. So if you're into a case like that in the first place, you probably shouldn't be looking into buying a case. But if you're looking to protect well, in this case, like a $200 investment, you may as well, just ruin the case, get another one if you're really worried about it. So anyway, I have my AC adapter in here, or DC, whichever it is. Just tied the cord together, just wrapped it around a few times, and then I got the 16-in-1 game case, which works out perfect. I would recommend putting the games face side out, because like I said, as you press down, it will put pressure up against anything on the inside here. So I haven't noticed any problems with the AC-DC adapter or the actual 3DS LL or XL. But whenever you flip it around the backside, it shuts slightly easier, but not that much easier. So don't put your games in this way if you're going to do it. Flip it around so they're facing the outside. And shut it. And I'm going to have to set the phone down here so I can show you actually how to zip this up. Of course everybody knows how to do this, but anyhow, it will zip, is my point. It'll zip all the way around. And then you have this belt loop right here. If you want to put that on your belt loop, I wouldn't recommend, if you're getting a case, to maybe be doing that. Like I said, it will bulge, and you can see obviously it is doing that. But it's going to protect all your games, going to protect your 3DS XL, your 3DS LL. Maybe this might help some users out that have a 3DS, just the standard model. And obviously, I don't want to have to pay for all these games again, like all these fantastic games. I've had a blast with A Link Between Worlds. Honestly, I think it's my favorite 3DS XL or LL game currently. And then Metal Gear Solid 3D, good, but there are some ghost images considering it's an older game. And then Super Mario 3D Land, I've only got into just a little bit of it, mainly because I've been really stuck with this game. And then occasionally played the Metal Gear Solid 3D, which I never really had a chance to get into, and it is a decade old. So anyway, hope you guys found this useful.